Well, everybody, welcome to Waaia, the greater district of Waaia, which is about 50 kilometres north of Shepparton in sunny northern Victoria, though the sun isn't shining real well today. Looking at faba beans sown into a reasonably heavy corn stubble. The ins and outs and the problems and why we do it. Just looking at this particular paddock, it was sown last week and today's the 21st of May, so it's almost in the ideal window, which is the first week to fortnight of May for sowing faba beans in this district. This particular paddock is a corn on corn crop, so there's been two summers of corn and now we're going back to a winter crop. Why faba beans? Being a legume, it offers a change of herbicides and control broadleaf against grass, so it offers a good choice of herbicide change. Also the nitrogen issue with fixation of nitrogen by a legume. Faba beans have shown to leave a reasonably good residual amount of nitrogen for the following crop. It did have its challenges with the stubble loads, but planted approximately 2 to 3 inches deep into moisture. Being a large seed, it needs a fair bit of moisture to get germinated. Sown with a tine planter with coulters with RTK auto steer. For anybody that's really going to want to do it, I think probably you really need to look at a disc machine, a heavy disc machine, to be able to cut through the trash. The row spacing here is all suited to corn, so I'm on a 750mm corn spacing, which then breaks down to about 225mm tine spacing, I think. So there's three rows of faba beans in between the rows of corn. So I prefer to see the corn stubble stay upright as much as possible off the ground, rather than mulching it and having a mat all over the ground. With a 14-tonne crop, there's plenty on the ground without having to mulch the stubble down. We haven't burnt. That's the last option. If we can't get it sown, if it happens to get a bit wet and we couldn't get through the stubble, the last option would be to burn it. So the seed rate we're using is about 160, 170 kilograms of seed per hectare, which should give us around about a 25 to 30, hopefully, plants per square metre. That's the aim. If we can get around that 25, I'll be pretty happy. So the seed's inoculated with the bacteria, Rhizodium bacteria, and also treated with gaucho insecticide to give us early aphid protection to head off any virus infections which were rampant probably 3 or 4, 5 years ago. So gaucho seems to do the trick to protect the crop against that infection. This year I think at harvest time the price is about $500 a tonne, but the normal running price has been around $350, I think. So cross margin's the number one driving factor, but then the legume change and the change of crop for legume to grass is a pretty good disease breaker as well. So there's a lot of advantages in growing it, provided you can, if we can get through the stubble, leave the stubble, it's all to the advantage, but at the last resort, if we can't get it in, you have to burn. Preferably do a coal burn and leave off the stalk and just burn the flag out of the crop, but it's a bit like everything, it's horses for courses, and it's what works at the time. So